Long before time itself, in the void, there was nothing, only dark and endless emptiness. From the emptiness came the Father, a being of boundless light and thought. Using his endless and infinite power, he brought a spark into the void, a light that shined upon the emptiness, bringing life where none had been. The great spark filled the void with countless stars. Thus was born the universe. After the spark, the Father created the suns, three omnipotent beings born from his very essence. The first was Ithorian. He was the light of creation, symbol of order, life, and energy. The second, Vornath, the maw of oblivion. He symbolized destruction, chaos, and death. The third, Equinoxus, the keeper of balance, the one who embodied time, judgment, and equilibrium. Together, the suns brought balance to the cosmos. They shaped the stars, the flow of time, the natural laws that bind existence itself. For eons they worked in harmony, until together they forged a world unlike any other, Terra. Unlike other worlds scattered across the stars, Terra was beautiful. Mountains crowned with green, rivers of crystal clarity, skies of endless blue. When the Father and the Sons created Terra, their essence remained, scattered across the cosmos, an energy that sustained all life. Some would call it magic. Yet Terra was still empty. The Father's touch birthed only ordinary life, no beings of thought, no soul to sing its song. So Ithorian, the light of creation, shaped the elves, beings of grace and longevity, tall, weightless in movement. They walked without disturbing the world. Their ears, long and elegant as blades. Their skin, smooth as silk, pale as moonlight. Their hair flowed like silver threads, and when they spoke, it was as though they sang with life itself. They were nearly immortal, living for centuries, elegant, wise, and pure. They did not defile Terra. They revered it. To them, Terra was the mother. They built their homes without harming her, studied the laws of the cosmos, and in time, they built a society of perfect harmony. Thus began the Age of Light. But then came Vornath, the maw of oblivion. From fire and stone he forged the dwarves, not as tall as the elves, but enduring and proud, stout, broad, built like boulders wrapped in flesh. Their beards grew long, braided with rings carved in ancient language. Their skin rough as sandstone, their eyes like copper flame. Though small in form, their strength was vast. They could endure molten heat and crushing weight. Vornath blessed them with knowledge, the craft of shaping the world itself. Where elves sang songs of beauty, the dwarves carved mountains. Where elves sought harmony, the dwarves built purpose. And so, despite their differences, the two kindreds lived as one, sharing wisdom and craft, forging a balanced and prosperous age. Thus dawned the Age of Harmony. But balance demands judgment. Equinoxus, keeper of time, looked upon Terra and saw that order and judgment must walk among its creatures. From his will came the dragons, towering beings, wings wide enough to darken the sun. They were to be the judges of Terra, the scales of good and evil. Their breath could melt gold. Their skin shone harder than any metal. Their eyes saw through truth and lies alike. They were blessed with the essence of the Father, the divine spark mortals would one day call magic. But in gifting them such power, Equinoxus made a mistake. For the breath of creation carries both light and shadow. The void's silent hunger found a vessel in the dragon's birth. And from that unseen wound, corruption bled into the world. From it, monsters were born. They brought chaos upon the continents. The elves shielded themselves with Syl, the flow of life. The dwarves fortified their halls of stone. As the ages passed, the Father looked upon Terra and saw ruin. So he created something new, beings neither of light nor shadow, but of both. Thus the mortals were born, tall as elves, yet fragile, smooth of skin, yet fierce of heart, short-lived, yet unyielding in will. They could weep, rage, love, destroy, and rebuild. To elves they were impure, to dwarves reckless, to dragons unpredictable. But to the Father they were balance, the mirror of creation's beauty and failure. The mortals spread swiftly across Terra, filling valleys, forests, plains. The elves taught them wisdom, the ways of Syl. The dwarves shared their craft. And thus began the age of mortals. Yet peace is a fleeting dream. The elves sought stillness, the mortals chased change, and misunderstanding turned to resentment, resentment to bloodshed. When the first elven kin was slain by mortal hands, all hope was lost. Armed with dwarven-forged weapons, the mortals of Anthean rose in force. Thus began the War of Anthean. Rivers once pure ran red. Forests that once sang with life burned beneath smoke and ash. Both mortal and elf fell by the thousands. For every elf that died, 100 mortals rose. Marble towers shattered, silver bridges drowned in flame. The elves fled across the sea until they reached the distant land of Cadron, a place where clouds touched the peaks of the world. Using their Syl, they forged a home among the skies, Avara, the kingdom in the clouds, hidden, eternal, untouchable. They swore never again to walk among mortals, never again to touch the soil of Anthean. Ages passed. The mortals built kingdoms vast and proud. The dwarves, weary of loss, served them, believing it might preserve balance. But mortals forgot kindness. The dwarves' loyalty was bought and buried, their names lost to stone and silence. And thus from pride grew kingdoms vast and cruel.
Hear the quiet after thunder's roar, echoes linger on the bloodied floor. Beneath the crimson banners fall, Two armies clashed until the night. Elves stood tall with silvered blade. Mortals braved the ancient rite. Now silence drapes the wounded plain, where fallen dreams in sorrow lie. A bard recalls each hero's name before their memory fades. Sing of valor, sing of scars, of moonlit steel and midnight wars. Raise your voices to the stars, for peace is won but hearts are sore. Let the songs of hope arise, where the blood of both shall feed. Seeds of unity and light, born from sorrow's deepest need. In every tear that falls tonight, a promise grows of dawn's first light. Elven archers, mortal knights, side by side in final stand. Their blood now mingles on the earth, their stories bound by hand in hand. Though kingdoms rose and kingdoms fell, and ancient oaths were rent in two, the song remains to bridge the breach and tell the tale to me and you. Sing of valor, sing of scars, of moonlit steel and midnight wars. Raise your voices to the stars, for peace is won but hearts are sore. Sing of unity reborn from the ashes of the strife. Let this ballad guide our morn and heal the wounds of life.